Good morning, and welcome to Digital Futures 2018. My name is Aneil Rakity, and I'm the president of Ovum, and it gives me great pleasure to welcome you here today. I just wanted to take a few minutes to set today within a wider context and talk about how Ovum helps digital service providers and technology companies to profit from the connected digital economy. As we heard from Camille, our theme for today is accelerating growth in a data-driven world. And really, that theme comes from all of the conversations that we've had with many of you in the room and with our clients around the world. And really what's come out of that is that very clearly, companies are looking to spot new opportunities to drive growth, harness enabling technologies like AI, 5G, and IoT to accelerate that growth, and then critically, they're looking to execute with pace and with confidence. And what I thought I would do is really sort of set out the ways in which we help our clients to do that. And fundamentally, we help our clients answer three key questions: where to play, what to deliver, and also how to sell. Now, from some of the conversations that I've had with a number of you this morning, I'm conscious that there are those of you that have known us for years, if not decades. There are some of you that have known us maybe for a few short months, and dare I say there are probably a couple of you in the audience that barely know us at all. So I thought I would just take a minute to set a little bit more about Ovum. As Camille mentioned, we are a global TMT analyst firm that helps our clients through data, research, consulting, and marketing services. And when we talk to our clients, they really talk to us about three distinctive capabilities that we bring to bear. And I just wanted to touch on each one of them. The first is a global team of over 150 TMT analysts and consultants spread across the world, working with many of the most innovative companies and largest companies in the world, but also with many of the largest and most disruptive challengers as well. And our team of analysts and consultants are really deep experts in key technologies, services, and the local markets in which they operate. Many of them are here today, and I would encourage you to take the time to speak with them, whether that's over coffee, over lunch, or if we have the end in mind, over drinks at the end of today. The second area of capability that I wanted to touch on is our proprietary and market-leading data and forecasts. These really are, for us, a foundation, a bedrock, and in many ways the platform on which all of our research and recommendations are based. And I believe they give us a fact base from which to enter into robust conversations with our clients and to provide our recommendations with confidence. And then the third capability I wanted to touch on really comes from being part of our parent company, the FTSE 100 Informa Group, and being able to benefit from and offer a much wider TMT ecosystem to our clients. And I'll come back to that in a moment. Now, I'm sure, like us, over the last year, you've been focused on your capabilities, refining them and investing in them and thinking where to really focus them, and we've done exactly the same thing. And I thought there are sort of three areas that would be particularly pertinent to today's agenda to highlight, three areas of key investment. The first is the launch of Ovum's new 5G Accelerator service. The second is the expansion of what we call our market target service. And the third is the transformation of Informa's marketing services capabilities. Let me start with the Ovum 5G Accelerator. I am delighted to announce that we are launching this new service here today at Digital Futures. And what this service does is it brings together the best of our research in 5G, along with proprietary data and new insights from our analysts. Now, for those of you that were with us last year, you may recall that in the final panel session of the day, we were asked not about 5G, and I'm not joking when I say the next thing, we were asked about our views on 6G. And By the way, for those of you grappling with 5G, I'm sure you were curious what the answers were. But the reason I highlight that is that this is clearly a topic that Ovum has been focused on for some time, both through our research as well as through our consulting. And what we wanted to do with our Accelerator service, similarly to what we do in areas like IoT or in AI with our partner business Tractica, is really bring together the best of our research and insights in one place, because we recognize that many of you are grappling with multi-billion-dollar questions around where to play, what to deliver, and how to sell when it comes to 5G. So if we haven't had the chance to speak to you about that, we certainly should. The second area I wanted to touch on is the expansion of our market target capabilities. What market target is effectively a suite of capabilities that ranges from custom consulting all the way through to specific methodologies and very rich data tools and data sets that enable our clients to go from those early critical strategy questions around where to play in terms of which markets and segments, right through to who to sell to. And we work with our clients in a variety of different ways to help them hone down specific markets, segments, and customer cohorts. And we do that both in the consumer market and in the enterprise market. And particularly in the enterprise market, we then go a couple of steps further in terms of helping them to identify specific companies to target, and even to the point of specific contracts that might be coming up for renewal. So if sales growth is on your agenda, and for most people it's somewhere towards the top, we should certainly have a conversation about how market target can help. The third area I wanted to touch on is Informa's marketing services. And I think this is really one of the most exciting areas at Ovum and at Informa today. If I just cast my mind back sort of 3 short years ago to when I joined Ovum and Informa, we were already working with our sister knowledge and networking business at a number of events, including the likes of AfricaCom, Broadband World Forum, and IoT World, where we work very closely in partnership with them around those events. Just last year, I mentioned the really incredible acquisition that Informa made of Penton, one of North America's leading marketing services business, that brought into the Informa TMT ecosystem communities of over 20 million professionals. And then this year, as some of you will know, Informa made a further transformational £3.8 billion acquisition of one of the world's leading exhibition businesses, UBM. And in doing so, that brought a new set of assets, events, and communities into the Informa family, and that includes the likes of Black Hat in cybersecurity, Enterprise Connect in enterprise communications, Interop and Information Week in IT services. And really what these new capabilities enable us to do is offer an end-to-end set of marketing services to our clients that start with the creation and development of rich thought leadership-led messages all the way through to engagement and delivery, and critically sales with engaged audiences. So if we haven't had a chance to talk to you about the Informa TMT ecosystem, we should certainly do so today and in the weeks that follow. So let me try and bring this all together. Ovum has really deep expertise in telecommunications, in media, and in technology, and critically in the intersections between those industries. We have the privilege of working with clients like Spotify, Intel, and AT&T. And increasingly, we work with what I would call digitally native or born digital clients, helping them accelerate growth with data-driven insights. We also work with professional and financial services firms, government bodies, and regulators, which I think enables us to have a real 360 perspective on the market. We are growing very strongly in Asia, which allows us to work with some of the fastest growing markets and most innovative companies in the world. And as I mentioned a moment ago, all of this is really underpinned by our data and forecasts. And then finally, thanks to the investments that the Informa Group, our parent company, has been making, we are now able to offer really a suite of marketing services that I think is pretty unparalleled in the market. I would really encourage everybody to take the time to network with their peers and colleagues from across the industry, to engage with the speakers and panelists, and of course, to talk to the Ovum analysts and consultants that are here. I want to thank you again for taking the time to be with us here at Digital Futures 2018. We really appreciate that. And I also wanted to take a moment to introduce our next speaker, my colleague and Global Consulting Director, Richard Monti. Richard and his teams have been working right at the forefront with many of our clients around the questions of where to play, what to deliver, and how to sell. And Richard is going to set out the new industry realities that face us all. Thank you again for joining us, and please join me in welcoming Richard to the stage.